Welcome to today's practice. We'll begin in Balasana, child's pose. The hips towards the heels, palms overhead, firm on the mat, forehead resting on the ground, relaxing the neck and the shoulders, bringing your energy into this space. And today we'll move the body with gratitude. You can allow this to be your intention for the practice. Gratitude, being grateful, or maybe something else is calling out to you. So as we're inwards in Balasana, just explore what intention may be seeking you. Connecting to the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Allowing the breath to move naturally without much effort. And inhale, just suctioning the fingertips up, lifting them off the mat. And as you exhale, returning the palms, pressing them against the mat. Inhale, lifting the hands with the fingertips, pressing firm. Exhale, returning palms to the mat. Inhale, lifting the heart and gazing at the fingertips. And exhale, melt the heart and forehead to the mat. Inhale, pressing from the fingertips, gazing up. Exhale, melting the heart. Inhale, lifting, gazing at the top of the mat. And exhale, return forehead to mat. And on your next inhale, we'll just raise up. And this time, doing a cow motion from child's pose. So we'll inhale, rounding the back, and then slinky the spine upwards. And exhale, pressing the hips back to heels. Inhale up, explore the movement. Allow your spine to move around, play around with bending or straightening the arms. Moving like a dance, opening in the hips and the shoulders. And on your next inhale, we'll bring the knees, hips distance apart. And we'll just do some hip spirals, keeping the upper body completely still and exploring and moving from the spine, the base of the body, activating the root chakra, Muladhara, feeling into our foundation. Allowing the breath to create the spirals. And now we'll move from the heart, the Anahata. Inhale, dropping heart to mat. And exhale, pressing into the palms, rounding the upper back. Allowing only the upper spine to take place, to move. Noticing how we can separate the body and really focus on one area at a time. And now we'll use the whole body, making circles. You can slinky the spine, you can undulate, or you can move with a bit more rigidity, a bit more stillness. Just tune in what really works for you today, and rotating the other direction. Allowing each movement to express gratitude for this body, for your current range of motion, your current state of being. And coming into neutral. And we'll bring our right heel to the back of the mat. Inhale, lifting the foot. Exhale, bringing the toes to the mat and pressing into the heel. Inhale, coming to toes, lifting the foot. And exhale, bringing the toes back to the mat and pressing into the heel. Repeating this a few more times. Inhale, pressing forward from the toes, lifting the leg. And exhale, returning toes to mat, press into the heel. As we do this, we're keeping our pelvis in line with the mat. We're not just lifting the hip. We're staying nice and still, using the firmness of the palms. We'll return our right knee into center, and we'll repeat on the left, taking the left toes out and back, pressing into the heel. Inhale, coming forward from the toes, lifting the leg. Exhale, toes to mat, pressing into the heel. Allowing the toes to guide us forward. Inhale, lifting the leg. Exhale, returning toes to mat, pressing in the heel. Inhale forward, using the glutes, the strength of the leg to lift the foot. As we exhale, returning foot to mat, pressing into the heel, stretching the back of the leg. Inhale forward, firm in the palms, firm in the shoulders, core. Turning the foot, pressing into the heel. And bringing the left knee back to the center. And just sitting back on our heels and just slowly rotating the wrists. Intertwine fingers. Stretching into the wrists. We've been on our hands a little bit here. And we'll bring the back of our hands onto the mat. Slight bend in the elbows. A slight tuck in the chin and gazing in front of us. This may be quite intense, so just play around with what pressure works for you. Breathing deep here. And exhale, releasing. And then bringing the fingertips to face the back of the mat. Keeping that slight bend in the elbow. Drawing the shoulders down and back. Slight tuck in the chin. Gazing just in front of you or at the top of the mat. You can swish side to side, exploring a bit of movement. Area from me and the forearms. And exhale, just releasing and coming on to the belly. And we'll bring our fingertips nice and wide off the mat. Forehead to the ground, our legs are zipped together, big toes touching as we inhale, lifting the chest, gazing forward, and exhale, allowing the body to spiral down. Inhale, pressing into the toes and the fingertips, lifting the heart, and exhale, returning forehead to mat. And we'll repeat this a few more times. Allowing the chest to really activate this motion, keeping the core firm to protect the lower back. Exhale, returning to the mat. Inhale, lifting from the heart, expanding. And exhale, returning to the mat. And we'll bring the hands to our ribs and come into Cobra. Inhale, pressing into the hands and the toes. Exhale, returning forehead to mat. Inhale, draw the elbows towards one another, actively pressing in the toes. Exhale down. Inhale, undulating the spine, lifting the heart. Exhale, returning to the mat. We'll extend our right arm out and away from the body. Left hand remains where it is. And as we exhale, we rotate our hips and our upper body towards the right, keeping our right shoulder firmly pressed against the mat. The left toes can be touching the floor or just hovering, depending on range of motion. The side of our face is on the mat. As we exhale, we'll come back to center nice and slow. Bring the right hand in at the chest, extending the left arm, gazing over to the right, and exhale, twisting over to the left-hand side. Range of motion may vary slightly from side to side. This is just what happens within our bodies, so just breathe through. Be grateful for whatever presents on each side. And as you exhale, just returning back to the center of the mat, palms firm, and we'll bring the hands overhead, forehead on the mat. Zipping the toes together in the feet. We'll inhale, lift the arms, and exhale, bring them to cactus. And inhale, returning palms to ground, forehead to ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Use the strength of the arms as you exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms in front. Exhale, release. Inhale, strength of the belly, strength of the back. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms overhead, bringing the forehead and hands back to the mat. Palms to the chest, and exhale, bringing yourself upright. And we'll come into our first downward facing dog, swishing from side to side in the hips. You can pedal out one leg or the other. Explore this movement, feel into what your body is craving. Firm into the palms as we inhale, lifting the right leg nice and long, and exhale as slow as we can, bringing the right foot to the outside of the right hand. We'll remain in lizard for several breaths. You can always bring the back knee to the mat if this is too intense. And to draw the shoulders away from the ears, down the back, pressing firm in the palms, and just gazing in between the hands or at the top of the mat. And on your next exhale, picking the right foot up and bringing that back into downward facing dog. Firming into the hands, firming into the right leg as we inhale, lift the left leg, and exhale, slow, using the core and bringing the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Inhale, sending the heart forward, deepening, stretching the hips. The option is always there to drop the knee. If you begin to shake or feel that this is too much, really listen to the body, allow that knee to come down if you started with a straight leg. And on your next exhale, lifting from the belly, and bringing the left foot to meet the right, coming into downward facing dog. Taking a moment here, and then inhaling, lifting the right foot up. Exhale, slowly drawing the knee into the chest, holding for a breath, and exhale, releasing the foot in between the hands. And on your next inhale, twisting over to the right, sending the right palm towards the sky, and then sending the right arm over the right ear. So we'll inhale up to the ceiling, and as we exhale, drawing a circle with the hand overhead. Inhale, right onto the ceiling, and then exhale, bring the palms to the floor. And exhaling, picking the right foot up, using the strength of the belly to bring the right foot to meet the left. And on your next inhale, we'll lift the left foot up into the air. Exhale, using the core, strength of the belly, holding the knee in at the chest. And then exhale, releasing the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, lifting the left arm towards the ceiling, twisting to the left. And then exhale, swooping the left arm over the ear. Inhale, up to the ceiling. And exhale, drawing a circle with the hand over the ear. Using the strength of the belly. Inhale, drawing the palm towards the ceiling. And exhale, releasing the left palm to the floor, using the strength of the belly to lift the foot and return into downward facing dog. Breathing here as we come onto the toes, Inhale, undulating forward, and exhale, returning to downward facing dog. And again, we'll make this a dance, experimenting with our spine, our shoulders. Inhale, coming forward, strong core, arching the back, and exhale, arching the spine, returning to downward facing dog. And then inhaling, coming to the top of the mat, stepping there. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, root to rise, sending the energy, sending the gratitude towards the sky. As we exhale, both hands into prayer, center of the chest. Taking a moment, sinking in our breaths. Allowing the gratitude to send throughout the body. As we inhale, raising the arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, sinking hips back, weight into the heels, into our chair pose. Our palms are facing each other, our shoulders are drawing down and back. We're firm in our feet, strong in our legs. Our big toes are still visible, gazing ahead, breathing here. Having gratitude for our strength. As we inhale, rising up. Exhale, bringing palms to center of the chest. Taking a moment before we return into our chair. Inhale, drawing the energy up. As we exhale, sinking the hips back. Bringing the hands at the chest. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale to twist over to the right. The elbow can come to the outside of the right knee, gazing up at the ceiling. If this is too intense, you can always be floating just above the knee, using the core to keep you upright. You can gaze down at the floor or in front of you. Inhale, returning to center. Exhale, standing up, hands in prayer. Taking a moment to really breathe deep. This is a deep twist, a deep activation in the legs. So return to the gratitude as we inhale, lifting palms towards the sky, and exhale, sinking the hips back, weight in the heels, palms facing one another, coming down into prayer. Inhale to lengthen from tailbone to crown, and exhale, twisting over to the left. The right elbow can come to the outside of the left leg, making sure the knees stay in line with one another, and that the twist is coming from the chest, expanding from the heart. We're not pushing or shoving, using the inhales to lengthen, and the exhales to twist and sink deeper into the pose. And inhale, coming to center, and exhale, lifting up, standing tall, standing firm in your strength. As we inhale, lifting palms towards the ceiling, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, palms to mat. You can jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the right leg nice and high. Exhale, drawing with the belly, bringing the right leg in between the hands. And inhale, coming up to Crescent Lunge. Using the inner thighs to draw towards one another, gazing forward, palms facing one another. Using the inhale, bringing the left arm to the back leg, and exhale, swooping, drawing circles and rotating to the other side. Inhale, drawing the arms over to the left, making this a dance as we exhale, drawing a circle over to the right, twisting to the opposite direction, keeping deep in the knee. As we inhale, raise the arms overhead, And exhale, palms return to the mat, lifting the foot and returning into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left foot up to the ceiling. And exhale, strengthen the belly and the shoulders, drawing our left foot in between the hands, gazing forward as we inhale, coming into Crescent Lunge. Inner thighs drawing towards one another, shoulders down in the back. And inhale, twisting over to the left. And exhale, drawing a circle with the arms, twisting to the right. Exhale, twisting over. Inhale, drawing and painting to the right. Once more, inhale, other side. And exhale. We'll come back into center, arms long. So we exhale, palms to the mat, turning our left foot into downward facing dog. Gathering our breath. And on your next exhale, bending the knees and bringing them down to the mats, hip distance apart. And the toes can be tucked or flat against the mat. And we'll just check in with our alignment here real quick. It's really important in this posture. We want our pelvis and our hips to be sent forward the entire time, making sure that there's almost an imaginary string in our chest and feeling that pulling the heart open, really expanding from the chest. So we inhale, lifting the right arm over and twisting to the left. Exhale, drawing the right arm back to the hip. Inhale, sweeping the left arm over to the right, twisting. And exhale, returning the left hand to the hip. Inhale, right arm over to the left, pelvis coming forward. And exhale, hand to hip. Inhale, using the core to send the left arm over and returning to the hip. Now we'll bring our thumbs to our sacrum, the lower back, hands to the hips, tucking in the chin, and then sending our heart upwards. And then inhale, lifting from the heart, sending the hips forward, drawing the elbows in towards one another, using the strength of the core to encourage the back bend. And inhaling, slowly coming up, head is last to rise. Taking a moment to breathe here. And inhale, lifting the chest, using the heart as your lever, keeping the chin slightly tucked. You can keep the hands on the hips or bringing the palms to the back of the heels, making sure that the pelvis is being sent forward. Core is strong. Chest is reaching the sky. Gazing up. Continuing strong breathing here. Returning the hands to hips to come out. And on an inhale, slowly lifting up and out of Ustrasana, camel pose. And coming down onto our sit bones, sending the legs out nice and long. You can remove the flesh under your seat. And exhale, drawing the right knee into the chest and sending the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Bringing the right hand to the back of the mat. You can either hug the knee or you can bring the elbow across. So inhale, lifting the left palm, and exhale, twisting. I'm going for the elbow variation here. And using the inhale to lengthen the spine, strengthen the belly, and the exhale to twist deeper, making sure that our left foot is really flexed and engaged and our right foot is firmly pressed on the mat. If you notice you're floating, just come out of the twist a little bit. And exhale, release, bringing the right foot, extending it nice and long. And then on your next exhale, drawing the left foot into the chest, picking the foot up and bringing it to the outside of the right knee. Strong flexion in the right foot. Inhale and exhale, twisting over. You can gaze behind your left shoulder or just in front of you. Check in with where your neck is at today. Making sure the shoulders are drawn down and back. Spine is long. Feet are firm. The whole body is really engaged in this twist here. And on your next exhale, releasing the twist, bringing the foot out into the middle, and we'll just scoot onto our backs and come into a twist, extending the left arm out nice and long, using the right hand on the knees as you exhale over, knees out on the right side. You can gaze over at the left fingertips or gaze at the ceiling, breathing in gratitude for this body, gratitude for this moment, gratitude for showing up on your mat. And on your next exhale, drawing the knees into the chest. And we'll go to the other side, extending the right palm out into a T. On an exhale, the knees drop out to the left. Left palm can rest on the top of the knees. You can gaze at the right palm or the ceiling. Using the breath to anchor you in this present moment. To fill your lungs and your belly. And on your next exhale, drawing the knees into the chest. You can wiggle them around, or you can come into a happy baby posture, grabbing the outside of the feet, keeping the lower back pressed against the mat. You can rock from side to side or remain still, easing any tension in the lower back, preparing the body for rest, for Shavasana. So just wiggling from side to side, keeping the shoulders against the mat. And you can remain here or exhale if you're ready. And coming into Shavasana, feet as wide as the mat. The hands are out nice and wide, palms facing the ceiling. The chin is slightly tucked for a long spine. You're resting every vertebrae, every muscle onto the mat. Allowing the gratitude to sink into the whole body. Repeating in your mind, I am grateful for myself. I am grateful for what I have. I am grateful for this day. Allowing whatever you're grateful for to come into your mind's eye. You can remain in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. We'll end the practice here, but I highly encourage to just stay, to feel into the gratitude, to feel into the stillness. Thank you so much for showing up on your mat today. Thank you for practicing with me. I'm so grateful that you showed up today. Namaste.